Give you today a solution for I'm going to show you how to open a watch bag if you don't have any special dedicated tools for the job, and you just maybe want to replace a battery. So I will show you how it's done. And before that, if you have some more expensive watch, go and let the professional do it. And you have some cheaper watch, you don't care you're gonna scratch it or damage it, you do it, and the biggest damage will probably be the scratching. So there are basically two types of watch bags, and this is a screw bag, which acts as a screw, like on a bottle cap. So you just screw it and unscrew it, and you will recognize it with this callouts here. So you have a small callouts here and there. So these serve to you insert your tool and unscrew it. The other type is a snapback, and snapback you solve it with a prying tool, knife, or something like that. So if you don't want to watch it anymore, I recommend for a household item, which probably everyone has, is a needle nose pliers. So these are regular size full needle nose pliers, and I'm showing it with these because the chances are that you will probably have this at your home, in your garage, and I actually have a smaller ones, exact same needle nose, but are smaller, and they have a lot finer tips here, which is great. If you have those, use those, but this is just common household item. So let me just show you how I unscrew it and do it. So it's important that you know how it works, because when I first got to doing this, I didn't know what to do and how this is put together. So if you know it, it's easier. And I put my fingers like this, so I have a control, and you just carefully put into the cutouts and unscrew it. Turn. Chances are it will be tight and stubborn, but you still need to unscrew it, and do it carefully, because you will scratch. If it slips, you will scratch your watch. So now when you got it loose, I like to do and use a little precision screwdriver or anything pointy. You can use a pen and just undone it so far. So you got the watch open. Do not touch anything. Replace the battery carefully. Don't push anything and don't force anything. It's important not to force anything. And you replace your battery. Remember how it was before. Take a picture if you want, and you do not throw away that battery, because you will want to know which one to replace it for. So in some cases, in many cases, there is this little black line here you can see, and that's a gasket. It's a rubber, and rubber deteriorates, and you probably will have some silicone grease, and you want to apply some silicone grease to it. And the less you apply, it's better. You just want to make it wet. Now you're gonna put this here back and carefully start screwing it back in, but remember to align the threads and that it screws in correctly, that it doesn't skip anything, or you just glue it, and just tighten it again with the pliers. Again, be careful not to scratch it. And these are big pliers. If you have smaller ones, it's better, and you tighten it back. So that's how you do a screw back watch. Before tightening, you want to make sure that watch works after opening your battery. So then again, do it. And now we shall move on to the snapback. Snapbacks are easy, but I don't like snapbacks because they are less water resistant and they can be stubborn to go back. So if you have a watch on a bracelet, it's the best thing for you to do is to disconnect the bracelet. So you need something sharp and pointy to press here, and be careful not to lose the spring bar. You can, now it won't go. I'm gonna pause this. So I paused this because I had a really stubborn and I didn't want to make this video more longer than things. But you basically disconnect those with the needle so you have a clear path to it. And snapback works that you pressure fit them. And how I open them, I use this special dedicated little knife, and it's dull. You can use some thin kitchen knife. Make sure that it's dull because you won't cut yourself, you won't scratch the watch. And these watches usually have some kind of cutout or a place where you can put the knife and pry it out. You can use alternatively small precision screwdriver, but I prefer this because it gives me more leverage. Even if it doesn't have, you just find that spot and you pry it open. So simple as that. So I'm gonna locate mine now and gonna pause. So you're trying to put the knife under and pry it. And here we go. It's unpried, so you're gonna carefully remove the back. So after you removed it, do your battery change, and you again do a little silicone grease, and you will find a cutout here where the crown goes usually, so you want to locate that here, and you just align it nicely. And sometimes this little case backs can be really stubborn and hard to get in, and I got that mostly with Swiss-made watches and or Swiss-made cases. So you just put it here and apply some pressure until it snaps back in. Gonna remove it from in my lab to take it into my lab to pressure fit it, and these guys sometimes can be really stubborn to open. And like I said, that's the case for most Swiss made watches. So in that case, you might want to take a piece of wood, something hard, but wood is good, and you want to put a leverage on it. But before you do anything like that, sort of put something soft under the watch, like a cloth, towel, or anything else, and you do that. So basically that's it. That's how you open the watch. You use if you don't have tools, you use a needle nose and a little knife, or some people use some chunks of rubber or a kid's ball to open it. And you can also use a caliper if you have it. I will put the so you will get an idea.